Hey, what's up, everybody? Recently, I was taking a look through my video game collection, and I was reminded that I've got a number of games from over a decade ago, easily. We're talking PlayStation 2 and GameCube era, that I picked up used and did not come in their original cases. You'll see here in a minute, I'll show them all to you, but yeah, I picked them up from Hollywood Video slash Game Crazy. I don't know if any of you remember, but in Las Vegas, where I live, the Hollywood Videos used to have an extended store next to them called Game Crazy. Almost all of them I did it, I think, at least in Las Vegas. And from the Game Crazy section is where you could not only rent games, as you would be able to in any other normal Hollywood Video, but you could also trade in and buy games. Buy used, buy new, buy systems. It was pretty cool. But anyway, they also had really, really good sales back in the day. I remember picking up games like Silent Hill 3 for next to nothing, Metal Gear. I mean, all these within 10 to 20 bucks, and those prices are pretty unreachable now if you look these games up on eBay. So anyway, let's take a look at the games. So we've got Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. This is the remake of the original PlayStation. Then we've got the original Pikmin game, super fun. I recently picked up this Star Fox Adventures from Bookman's. You'll notice that the covers don't have any artwork on the back. These are just generic cases. Fortunately, I've got the instruction booklet, as in the case of Pikmin. This Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes isn't even a full case. You can see it's this thin case that doesn't even have two disc trays for both discs. I have the receipt for Metal Gear Solid still. I must have kept that as a memento or something. But yeah, I only paid about $14 for that, which is pretty sweet. Star Fox Adventures. Again, the case doesn't have full artwork. Fortunately, I have the instruction manual, and most importantly, the game. And Resident Evil 0 has the most generic cover ever. Silent Hill 3. No instruction manual on this, but I do have the receipt from back in the day, and it looks like I paid about $14 for that as well. And Tekken 5. Good cover artwork on the front. Again, no cover artwork on the back, but I do have the instruction manual, so that's pretty awesome. Right, so now we're going to set these up, get new covers for all the games, as well as new cases. So naturally, I went to eBay in order to find some replacement cases, and just used PlayStation 2 replacement case as the search term, and got a number of options. Now I really want to make sure that I got an official case for both of these. So I really want that memory card slot that is above the disc tray to have the PlayStation logo in it, and it should also read memory card holder. This particular case looks pretty close, except for the fact that it's blue. All the PlayStation 2 cases were black, and I'd like to keep it that way. So while this looks pretty good, it doesn't have the PlayStation logo or the type in it, so I pass on that one. And you'll see here there's a number of replacement cases with no game listings, and I'm not sure if these are custom, which is basically what we're doing, or if this is someone who no longer has the game that went with that case and now they're reselling the case. I really don't know. I briefly looked at it, but I didn't contact the seller to find out if those were actual official cases or if they were just custom made ones. This one right here, it's got the PlayStation logo, but I don't believe those are new and official cases. Maybe for the greatest hits, I don't know. But ultimately, I settle on these brand new original Sony PlayStation 2 replacement cases, and they've got everything I was just talking about. The memory card holder, obviously the CD disc tray, the logo of the manufacturer, which is that Amaray or AMARAY. And there's also a number of information on the spine of the disc tray. So these I go ahead and pick up, and then we're on the hunt for the GameCube replacement case. And same thing with these. I really want to make sure that I end up with the memory card holder above the CD disc tray holder. And as you can see, there's plenty of GameCube replacement cases as well. Now, these I had a hard time finding brand new copies of. So ultimately, I end up settling on some used ones. And I think I offered the guy $9.99 for 4 cases, I believe is how many I needed. And yeah, he came back really quick with an okay and got the sale done. I should have offered him far less than that. So I'll put both of these in the description. So if you happen to be looking for PlayStation 2 cases or GameCube cases, you can start there and take a look and see if those work for you as well. Okay, so the next step in the process was to find replacement covers. And the first website I came across was this site called Cover Century. As you can see in the top toolbar, it's got CD covers, DVD covers, Blu-ray covers, and under the console covers list that I'm kind of scrolling through right now, almost every system you can think of, right? So to find the PlayStation 2 stuff, it's actually down here in other categories. And I start there looking for Silent Hill 3, because that's one of the covers that I need. Ultimately, I ended up looking elsewhere for covers because the vast majority of the cover artworks provided were from the PAL region. And seeing as how I have and own the NTSC regions, I wanted to keep the covers aligned with that. So while these are perfectly good in terms of the artwork they provide, they weren't the right region. So I went ahead and took a look at the next website that I found, which is called the Cover Project. And as you can see, there's just a ton of options, a huge archive of cover artworks for you to look through. So I immediately get to looking for Silent Hill 3 on the PS2, and lo and behold, it's there, the retail cover, and there's even a little flag next to each one so you can quickly identify whether it's NTSC, PAL, or Japan, NTSCJ. And then there's even custom covers for you to use. And since we're making custom covers anyway, it makes sense to maybe take advantage of someone's artwork that they've contributed to the site. Make your game stand out a little bit than it would otherwise. So same thing, Tekken had the correct US retail artwork that I needed. There's some custom covers here. And same thing with all the GameCube games. Resident Evil 0, Pikmin, Star Fox Adventures, and Metal Gear Twin Snakes were all here with all of the artwork that I needed. I stuck to the NTSC versions. I didn't go for any customs, but if you want to make custom covers, there's definitely some cool artwork that you can get a hold of here. This is the Cover Project, and by the way, I'll make sure I leave links for all the sites I came across. So now that we have the cases accounted for, as well as the artwork, we're going to get these printed out. We're going to get a nice clean score on the spine so that they fit into those cases real clean like, and then we'll take a look at them. So before I put the artwork into the new cases, I wanted to show you guys these brand new PlayStation 2 cases that I ordered off of eBay earlier in the video. And these are pretty sweet, man. They're really clean. They've got that logo I talked about from the manufacturer. They've got the PlayStation logo, the memory card holder type. These PlayStation 2 cases look really clean. So I can definitely highly recommend getting these if you're looking to get some replacement cases. The GameCube cases were used, but they're not in bad shape. The PS2 cases are definitely going to look much cleaner just because the plastic jacket hasn't been nearly as beat up, but they've got everything I talked about wanting earlier. They've got all the spine information that I'm pointing at right here. They've got the Nintendo GameCube logo and type at the bottom of the right side of the case. They've got the memory card holder, and of course, most importantly, the CD disc holder. So yeah, these are good. These are legit. These are obviously pulled from used games, and they don't look half bad. They're not beat up at all. They're going to look much better than the cases I'm pulling these games out of, that's for sure. So now those are all knocked out. I've got the new artwork into the new cases, or new old cases in the circumstance for the GameCube games. And just like I kept my receipts before, I'm still keeping my receipts in the new cases. One thing I forgot about when there are official GameCube cases, obviously with 2 disc slots, they're a little more expensive. At the moment, I'm just going to live with what I got. Resident Evil 0 also needs a 2-disc case. I may take care of that in the future, but you can also find those on eBay as well. Just look for 2-disc slot or something like that, and you'll find them no problem. But other than that, no problems really. These look pretty good. For some reason, I remember the colors being way more purple on the GameCube. And when I looked at the actual official artwork on other games that I had, I was way wrong. There's a lot more blue in there. But whatever. It's a custom cover, and it looks way better than the case it came out of, so I'm pretty happy with it. Some of these, like Pikmin, I had the instruction book, and Tekken. Now, the PS2 games came out really good, and that has a lot to do with the fact that the cases themselves are brand new, so there's no wear and tear on the plastic sleeve, and that allows the colors from the artwork to pop a lot more. So Tekken 5 and Silent Hill 3 came out really good. They look really good. Unless you're looking very closely and critiquing the quality of the print, this is going to look like the real deal on your shelf. So like I said, this was a fun project, and it's a good way to shape up your used games if you're looking to do that. Maybe you've been buying some games online that don't have cases, or came with cases that are not the original cases. There's some resources online that you might want to check out to spice them up a little bit. Thanks everybody for watching. Please leave me some comments in the chat. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.